Imagine a creature so small that even the wind could blow it away, yet so clever, it could outsmart kings, gods and spirits. Today, we journey into the magical world of Anansi, the spider who shaped storytelling across continents. But beware, because in this story, Anansi's cunning leads him into a trap he almost couldn't escape. Stay with me. Anansi is a legendary figure from the Akan people of Ghana. His name, quite simply, means spider. But to the Akan and many others, Anansi is much more than a spider. He is a trickster, a teacher, a fool, and a hero all in one. As the Akan people were scattered across the world through the painful history of slavery, the stories of Anansi traveled with them, taking root in Jamaica, Suriname, the southern United States, and beyond. Wherever Anansi's web spread, he taught one powerful lesson: brains can beat brawn. In the beginning there were no stories on Earth. All the stories were kept by Nyame, the mighty sky god. Without stories, life was silent. Children had no dreams, elders had no legends to pass down. One day Anansi, daring and ambitious, decided he would go to Nyame and ask to buy the stories for all humankind. Nyame, amused by the tiny spider's boldness, gave him an impossible task: bring me 3 great enemies, Onini the Python, Osebo the Leopard, and the invisible fairy, Mmoatia. Only then would the stories be freed. Everyone laughed. A spider? Capture those fierce beings? Impossible, but Anansi only smiled. Anansi's first challenge was Onini the Python. He knew he could not defeat Onini by strength, instead he used his cleverness. Anansi staged a loud argument with his wife by the riverbank, claiming Onini was either longer or shorter than a nearby stick. Curious, Onini slithered over. "Measure me then," the great snake said proudly. As Onini stretched his full length, Anansi quickly tied him to the stick with vines, wrapping and binding until Onini was helpless. 1 task completed, 2 remained. Next was Osebo the Leopard, fierce and feared by all. Anansi dug a deep pit along the leopard's usual path. Before long, Osebo fell in. Pretending to help, Anansi offered to lift him out. But first Osebo had to be tied with vines for safety. Trusting foolishly, the leopard agreed. Anansi hoisted him up and left him hanging from a tall tree. Another victory spun into his web. The final and most delicate task awaited: Mmoatia, the invisible fairy. Anansi carved a small wooden doll, coated it in sticky sap, and placed a bowl of sweet yams in its hands. Curious and hungry, Mmoatia tried to grab the food, but her hands stuck fast. She struggled and slapped, only to become more entangled. With a victorious laugh, Anansi captured her. Proudly, Anansi presented his captives to Nyame. The sky god, amazed that such a small creature completed such mighty tasks, kept his promise. He opened his treasure chest and poured down the stories onto Earth. From that day forward, humans sang songs, told fables, warned through myths, and dreamed through legends. Every story ever told carries a little thread of Anansi's spirit woven into it. But remember, not every plan, not even Anansi's, is foolproof. In other stories, the clever spider sometimes becomes a victim of his own tricks. What happened when Anansi outsmarted himself? That's a story for another day. If you enjoyed this tale, like, share and subscribe to our Clear African Tales, and tell me, what trick would you have used to capture the python? I'll be waiting for your clever ideas in the comments.